Coping with COVID with Tre Tailor. Updates on the pandemic and information to help you thrive and survive COVID-19. Brought to you by SCDHEC. Visit scdhec.gov for testing and vaccination sites. SCDHEC. Healthy people, healthy communities. In it together, SC and the South Carolina Diabetes Advisory Council presenting Wellness Wednesday every week on Coping with COVID. The City of Columbia Office of Business Opportunities, helping to meet the needs of small, minority, and women-owned businesses in the City of Columbia. Agape Counseling and Training Services. If you're having a challenge coping with COVID, visit Agape Counseling and Training Services at agapects.com. The Comet Bus System, offering free rides to get your COVID vaccine. Don't miss your shot. Visit catchthecomet.gov. Davis Financial Services, with over 20 years of experience. Computers Unique, Dutch Square Mall. Honest, professional, reliable computer sales and service. Palmetto Media Connections, connecting media and communities together. Coping with COVID from SCDHEC. In it together, SC. The South Carolina Diabetes Advisory Council. The City of Columbia Office of Business Opportunities. Agape Counseling and Training Services. The Comet Bus System. Davis Financial Services. Computers Unique and Palmetto Media Connections.
Coping with COVID with Tre Tailor.
Hey, good afternoon, and welcome to Coping with Tre Tailor. We're giving you info and advice to help you cope with this crazy life, because we'll always be coping with something. Coming up, we're coping with the Richland County Public Library. What's new and different? Kimberly Davis, the media relations coordinator, is going to join us in just a short. But first, want to remind you that scrolling at the bottom of the screen throughout the show, you'll see all types of great information, like where you can get your 5 free rapid COVID tests. We'll also give you information about veterans and the VA. That's where they get their tests and their COVID vaccinations. The various retail outlets in and around South Carolina and throughout the country that are offering not only COVID tests, but COVID vaccinations. Some even offering the mask, the N95 mask. Kroger, Walgreens, CVS, and also the CVSs that are located in Target stores. We'll give you information about the Comet Bus System in Columbia, South Carolina. There you can also get free COVID shots and also free rides to get your vaccine. Also financial services, including the South Carolina Bar Association and SC Legal Services. They have a toll-free number. You can see it on the screen, and website for rental and mortgage help. SC Housing and Dominion Energy have a rental and utility assistance program. Lexington County Bill Assistance Program still has funds available for you. Also, if you or someone you know is having a challenge coping, the South Carolina Department of Mental Health has a 24-hour assistance line. Call SC Hopes. Please give them a call and help them help you. Also, Food Share is taking weekly orders each Wednesday for fresh fruits and vegetable baskets at Hyatt Park. And can you sing? Well, American Idol has their online casting September 14th. Visit americanidol.com/auditions. Again, all of that information that you see that's on the screen right now will be scrolling at the bottom of the screen throughout the show for you to check out. Please post and share this information so we can get the message to the masses. Hey, don't forget, you are watching Coping with Tre Tailor, giving you info and advice to help you cope with this crazy life. We are streaming live on the Tailor Made Production page on Facebook. Please go over there, hit like and share and follow. Get notifications as to when we go live on Wednesday, Wellness Wednesday, from In It Together SC and the Diabetes Action Council. And then Thursday and Friday, we've got Coping with Tre Tailor. We're also streaming live on the YouTube channel. We'd love for you to subscribe to the channel. Now, there you could find information, advice, and also interviews and resources from 3 years. That's right, 3 years of programming that we've been doing right here on Facebook Live. We also have a presence on Instagram and also on Twitter. Well, today we are coping with the Richland County Public Library and what is new and different. Kimberly Davis joins us. She's the Media Relations Coordinator at the Richland County Library. It's 13 libraries across Richland County. She's a pioneer in media, though. Kimberly has been recognized by the South Carolina House of Representatives for her distinguished career in journalism that spans 20 plus years. She doesn't look like she's but a day over 25, so I don't know how that is. She's a second generation Army veteran and has a lifelong commitment to public service. Kimberly, thank you so much for joining us today.
Thank you so much, Tre, for having me. I really appreciate this opportunity.
Absolutely. So there's a lot going on at the library. Tell us what's new and different. There's so much more than just checking out books.
Absolutely. So we are not your grandmother's library, as I like to say, but shout outs to all the grandmothers,
Right.
especially mine in New York
The
City.
Dewey
So
Decimal System. Shout out to the Dewey Decimal System.
absolutely. Listen, we appreciate all the foundation that was laid, right? But
Right,
here
right.
at the Richland Library, like you mentioned, we have 13 unique locations
Wow.
all across Richland County. And I'm housed here at our main location at 1431 Assembly Street. But we have so many things happening, Trey. I really honestly don't know where to start. But one of the great things that we do have here is called our Library of Things, right? And so we know that at the library, of course, you can check out books. But what a lot of people don't know is that we also have this thing called the Library of Things, and you can turn your passion into income, into opportunities. So just like how we're sitting here now having a conversation, we probably have selfie lights and microphones and
Yes.
laptops. Guess what? You can rent those things for
Wow.
free from the library. If you're working on home improvement at your house and you don't have the tools necessary to get it done, or even if you need a lawnmower, we have all of
They
those
have that
things.
at the
We
library?
have that at the library. Listen, Trey, when I needed to hang up some pictures on the wall, and I was like, I'm not buying a drill. I'm not doing that. I know where to go. I could take my valid driver's license, my valid Richland Library card, and I can check it out. And if nobody else needs it after you're done, you can check it out one more time. And then after that, when it's available again, of course, you can check it out. But we know that a lot of people need those resources, but a lot of people don't know that it's here. A keyboard, if you're a singer, you need a keyboard. That's here. We have a studio here. If you want to record a song, if you want to do a voiceover, we have all of those opportunities here at the library. And so we're
Wow.
welcoming everyone back.
That is amazing. I mean, I didn't know that. I knew about the podcast in the studio, but I didn't know about lawnmower, drill. So
Sewing machine.
sewing machines.
Yes.
So how do people find out what is available for rent at the library?
So you can go to richlandlibrary.com, and I believe it's / Library of Things, or it is also under one of our drop menus as well. But everything that we offer, all events, all services, is at richlandlibrary.com, or you can come and see us on the second floor of the library main location. That's where our Library of Things is currently housed. And so we're just super excited to have the opportunity to talk to you about it, and also to let people know what is available at the library. We are not just books.
Wow, that is amazing. Kimberly Davis joins us. She's a media relations coordinator at the Richland County Library, and she's telling us about all the new and different exciting things that is going on at the Richland County Library. Now, let me ask you, and this is kind of going backwards, Kimberly, why did you guys decide that the library needed to be more than just books? Because, and we're going to get to how many other great things that are available, but why the shift to do more?
There's a need and a shift to do more. Why? Because that's what the community requires of us.
Yeah.
Coping with Tre Tailor was birthed out of a need. And so
Yes.
everything that we do at the library is birthed out of a need. And so when we see we're about to release our digital resource guide for students as they return to school. So we know that a lot of parents were thrust into being teachers, if you will, during the pandemic. So we're trying to take that stress, that burden off of parents by giving them free resources like LinkedIn Learning. A lot of people don't know you don't have to pay for LinkedIn Learning. As long as you have a valid Richland Library card, you can take classes LinkedIn Learning for your professional development. You can go upstairs in our main location to the third floor, but all of our locations have business and career centers where we have a paid staff member who's there to help you build your resume, do interviewing skills with you so you can practice, so that when you have that job interview, you're prepared for any question that they throw at you. So we're just trying to meet the needs of our customers, especially those in our unique areas that we serve. And so we had to pivot, and we've always been pivoting to meet the needs of our customers.
Awesome. And you're right. People need those soft skills, I guess they are called, to find out how to, like you say, whether you need interviewing skills, whether you need to level up as far as your career or business is concerned. And a lot of people don't have one, the know-how to know how to find it, or
Right.
two, the funds to
Mhm.
hire a coach or to go back to school. So it is good to know that you can
Mhm.
get all of this and more at the Richland County Public Library. Now, you mentioned that there are all types of resources. Let's
Mhm.
talk a little bit about specifics. So, what about for kids and teens? What's
Mhm.
going on at the library? What sort of resources are available and services?
Not only did we do something this summer, we partnered with NAMI Mid Carolina, but we had mandalas where children could come out, adults, really families could come out. But we also addressed mental health, right? Because we know that a lot of people were dealing with anxiety, depression,
Absolutely.
and for people that have been clinically diagnosed with mental health conditions, we always want to make sure that that's a part of the conversation. So we have programming like that for our teens, but we also understand that a lot of them just want to be teens. So they want to game, they want to do those sorts of things. So we actually had a competition here at our main location where I believe it was Super Mario Smash Brothers. And so that was awesome. And the winner of that walked away with a prize. And so we're always excited when we can bring teens into the doors. But also we know that, again, there's that homework component that they need. And so we're fresh off the heels of the Summer Learning Challenge, where adults and children alike had an opportunity to not only read books, but also participate in any programming. And then they got tickets to the museum, to the Fireflies. So again, we're always doing something new, something innovative to address the needs of the community. And one thing in particular that we've done, especially for kids, is with our Kids in Print. And a lot of people don't know about this. So I'm just going to read off a piece of paper so nobody misses any important information. So what our Kids in Print is, it's a literary magazine that features poetry, stories, short plays, essays, drawings, photographs, and more. And these are created by our Midlands area children ages 6 to 18. A lot of people don't know about this. They should. Why? Because this is our 27th edition. And we
Wow.
received 170 submissions for the 2020 year. And in our 27th edition, you will see all of these things. So we want to tap into the creative side and also celebrate the creative side of our kids. And so you can visit richlandlibrary.com/kids in print, or you can email our Teens and Children's Services Coordinator. Her name is Heather McHugh. And she can be reached at hmmchugh@richlandlibrary.com. And so we want to showcase, you have an artist in your family, you have somebody that does poetry. We have open mic nights at our various locations, but we also want to print that as well. And so our 2023, we're in preparation for that. And so people can go to our website to get more information on how we can celebrate the creative side of our children.
That's amazing. And of course, people know that downstairs it's the children's library, where, kids can get an array of books. It's such a kid-friendly place. And then don't you also have like a studio for kids? Or
Yes. So we call all of our spaces either studios or maker spaces, right?
Okay.
Just to put that creativity out there. But yes, we do have a studio creator maker space downstairs in our teen area. And kids can go there again, just explore who they are, their identity, celebrate diversity, right? Because we know love is love. And so we want to make every library location a welcoming place for not only our adults, but also our teens and kids.
Awesome. This is Kimberly Davis. She's the Media Relations Coordinator for Richland Library, which is comprised of 13 library locations across Richland County. I'm Tre Tailor. You're watching Coping with Tre Tailor. And today we're coping with what's new and different and exciting at the Richland County Public Library. Kimberly has already shared with us so much great information. So if you're just joining us, please hit the replay button or hit the rewind so that you can get all of this great information. Also want to remind you that scrolling at the bottom of the screen, we've got so many great resources available for COVID, finances, also if you need a job. So don't forget to check that out, scrolling at the bottom of the screen, and post and share so we can get the message to the masses. So, okay, we talked about what's happening for kids and teens. What about entrepreneurs, business owners, and even for women?
Absolutely. That is such a great question. We have our entrepreneur in residence and we also have our artist in residence. So we have Terrence Henderson is our
Oh,
artist in
wow.
residence. And then also Lucinta Lewis Ellis is our entrepreneur in residence. And so a part of their residency is creating programs that bring artists through the doors, that bring entrepreneurs through the doors, so that they don't feel like they're doing it alone in the
Right.
Columbia area. And so they just recently had something, actually, I was calling it a double header. They were both here last week, one doing something in the auditorium, the other one doing something in the theater. But it was a place for people to get together, to not only be amongst like-minded people, but also to use this space that was created for them. And so they can see the opportunities that's available to them if they want to apply for our artist in residence, which we call AIR, or our entrepreneur in residence, which is our EIR. And that, again, is also found on richlandlibrary.com. And those who are chosen for those particular residencies, they're here for a few months. They're responsible for developing that program, but they also get a stipend as well. And in this climate with inflation, a stipend is welcomed.
It is. So one, how, if someone is interested in being one of the artists in residence, can they apply for that? Or is that something that you guys choose?
Absolutely. So we have a talented group of staff who will choose who that person will be, but it's not so long where nobody else can apply for that particular, so that application process is open right now. And so we definitely thank Lucinta and also Terrence for sharing their gifts and talents with us. And I do believe this is Lucinta's second time with us as our entrepreneur in residence. And so if you go to the page, if you go to richlandlibrary.com, you'll be able to see all the information of who has been our previous entrepreneurs in residence and also our artists in residence, and maybe reach out to them so you can get a better understanding of what the whole process and program entails.
How long does a residency last?
It varies, but it's a few months for each program.
Okay, awesome, awesome. And then for women, is there any programming specifically for women?
All of our programming is specifically for women, I will say, because, women, we run the world. I think you got it right? And so we always try to cater everything to all audiences so everyone feels inclusive. So if there's anything specific that people would like to see, they are certainly welcome to recommend programming for us. But all of our program is always inclusive for our families and for our communities.
Yeah, that's Kimberly Davis. She's Media Relations Coordinator at the Richland Library. It is comprised of 13 different libraries across Richland County. And today we're coping with what's new and different and exciting at the Richland County Public Library. I know you guys have some special features. You mentioned the studio or the makers area. I know you also have a kitchen. Tell us about that.
Yes, we also have a kitchen, and we're so excited about this. And hopefully we'll be able to do an interview at our teaching kitchen as well. And this is located at our Northeast location. And we'll be doing some things too. So everybody, please stay tuned for that. Some cooking segments that we'll do. And again, Coping with Tre Tailor always has an invitation to any one of our branches. And so, so we just want to make sure that people have an awareness about healthy living and healthy eating. We've all been sitting probably for the last 2.5 years, which has been 2.5 years too long. And so I know that I'm on that journey as well to be able to fit into some clothes the way that I used to. And so we have this teaching kitchen there, and we have our culinary specialist who is also there. Shout out to Caroline. And she is able to not only demonstrate how to cook healthy foods, but it's also open to the community. So if you want to host an event there and it involves cooking, all you have to do is reach out to them at the Richland Library Northeast location, and we can get that set up for you. And I don't think a lot of people realize it because there is like a sliding door that hides that kitchen area, but we are there, and there is a fully functioning kitchen where you can have events. And so please.
That's awesome.
It is awesome. And so I just can't stress enough how the Richland Library is there for the community. And so if there is something that you need, we are more than books. So if nobody leaves out with any other information with this conversation, it's that the Richland Library is more than books.
Yes, it really is. So I would love, I'm a vegetarian, so
Mhm.
I would love to do something and do a show there about maybe simple vegetarian meals or
Yeah,
something like that. Look,
I love it.
my wheels are turning now.
Mhm. I love it, and I can't wait to be your sous chef and try
Okay.
to say, yeah, listen, we can make it happen.
That would be great. That would be
Yes.
great. Now, you mentioned that the kitchen is at the Northeast location. That's the one that's in R2 in the Richland 2 building.
That's
Is
our
that?
Sand Hills location
Oh, the
and
Sand Hills location.
RCPL,
Right,
yes.
right, right, right.
Mhm.
So, and of course, there are 13 different branches. Which branch offers what, Kimberly?
Well, in order to find out, because like you just mentioned, we have 13 branches. So
13.
we all, so we would be here all day talking about which one maybe is the best or which one people prefer. But at our Sand Hills location, that's one of our locations where there's actually a drive-through. So if you don't want to get out of your car, if it's been a long day, you've had the kids all day, you're just getting off of work, whatever your situation may
Okay.
be, you can drive through that location, and it's literally a drive-through window where you can pick up any books that you have on hold or that you would like to check out. Again, at our Northeast location, we do have our teaching kitchen there. Here at Maine, which is one of the most popular locations, we have the theater where we have movie matinees. So we show movies at 2:30. And so that's super exciting. People can come on their lunch break, or if they, work part-time, and see a free movie. And so each one of our locations offers something special and unique. A lot of our locations have open spaces, like our St. Andrews location, that you can take advantage of. We had our last open mic, or one previous to that, at our North Main location, which is also a customer favorite as well. But all of our locations are special and unique, whether it's our Eastover location or whether it's our Ballantyne location. We all have something special to offer.
And people can go on the main library
Mhm.
website and kind of navigate
Yeah.
around to see what library offers what.
Yes, they can visit richlandlibrary.com/locations, and you'll see all the contact information for our branch managers, the location, where they are in relation to where you live, and then all of the special services that we offer for teens, adults, and families.
Before you leave, Kimberly, I want to ask you, you mentioned that you guys do a movie at 2:30. Is that every day?
That's our movie matinee. So the times and dates will vary, but
Okay.
that's here at our main location. And that's in our theater, excuse me. And that's on the second level where I am right now. So if I just turn my head like that, I just turn my head, I'm looking right at the theater right now. So we showed a movie yesterday.
Okay. And what other upcoming events are on the schedule at the Richland County Public Library so we can kind of keep our ears and eyes open?
Thank you so much for the opportunity to talk just a little bit more about some of the programmings that we have. So coming
Absolutely.
up, we have our virtual health care clinic. Say that 3 times. So Cooperative Health and Richland Library, we've participated in this shared vision of implementing those innovative strategies that we talked about a little earlier on in our conversation. And this is geared towards addressing the overall health and wellness of the communities that we serve. And so at Richland Library, at our main location, we and Cooperative Health, we are pleased to offer the virtual healthcare clinic at our main location. And you can set up an appointment with Cooperative Health by calling 803-722-1822. So we are inviting people to come in. There is no charge for this. So whether you're underinsured, insured, or you're not insured, that doesn't matter. We want to make sure that we are meeting the health and wellness needs of our community.
Wow, wow, that's big. So people
Yeah,
can
it
just
is big.
now do they need to call and make an appointment or
We recommend, but we also
okay.
understand that everybody may not have access to
Yeah.
make a phone call to make an appointment. And so this is on the third level at the Richland Library main location. And so that number again is 803-722-1822. I don't know what's going on with my tongue today.
All right.
But we encourage everybody to make an appointment. If they can't, we certainly understand. And so we have nurses with Cooperative Health who are here, who are ready to serve the public. And then you will be admitted into a virtual room with a licensed healthcare professional. And then
Wow.
lastly, Trey, we have the personal librarian author talk that's coming up, and we're so excited about this. This will happen on Thursday, September the 8th at 6:30 p.m. at Richland Library, Maine in our auditorium. And so we are hosting the 2022 Richard T. Greener Lecture. And during this author talk event, we'll hear from Marie Benedict and Victoria Christopher Murray, and you'll have the opportunity to interview them. And so thank you so much for that partnership. These women are the best-selling authors of the book, The Personal Librarian, and they will discuss the extraordinary life of Belle Marion Greener. And I don't want to give too much away, but Belle Marion Greener, she was white passing back in the of the 18th century. And so she was the personal librarian to financier J.P. Morgan. And so this is an extraordinary book. All of the copies of the personal library is currently checked out or on hold. And so we encourage everyone to attend this free event on Thursday, September the 8th at 6:30 p.m. And I have a feeling this is going to be turned into a movie. So again, thank you so much, Trey, for partnering with us to interview these two women.
Absolutely. We're looking forward to it. And this is so exciting. Kimberly, you know what? It's a lot going on at the library. It is a lot going on at the library. And I thank you so much for coming on, because I really wanted to feature this, because I don't think a lot of people know. I mean, even the George Clinton event, which was amazing, which had to be moved to the Township Auditorium. I talking to people, they didn't know about it at the event that we were at together at Optus Bank, and they didn't even know about Bootsy. So, girl, I was sitting on the floor at the library at Bootsy College.
Okay.
And then, glad that you guys were open to bringing in musical legend, because I'm a music person.
Absolutely.
And that it didn't fit into a box. It was, the library is reaching out to people from all demographics. And that's so important, because all demographics need the resources and services that the library offers. So I think it's so great.
Our community wants to see themselves reflected in our programming. And when they go into the branches, do they feel welcome? And so it's so important. And like you said, George Clinton was amazing. And of course, I had to get a picture with my fraternity brother, but it was simply amazing. And so if you want to know about anything happening at the library, visit richlandlibrary.com, our events page, and you'll see some of the things that we have coming up, because again, we are more than books.
Awesome. You can see the information on the screen for the library. As Kimberly said, log on to the website. Just go through and see all of the amazing offerings, all of the services and resources for every member of every age in your family. And I promise you, you won't be disappointed. Kimberly, thank you again so much for joining us. Kimberly is the Media Relations Coordinator at the Richland Library. Of course, as I said, 13 library locations across Richland County. You guys are doing amazing things. And we thank you so much, not only for everything that you're doing, but for coming on today and sharing the information with Coping.
Thank you so much, Trey, and thank you for being a friend of the Richland Library.
Absolutely. Coming up, we've got your inspirational moment and more next on Coping with Tre Tailor. We'll be right back.
Hello, I'm Carolyn Sawyer, an entrepreneur and caregiver. Part of taking care of your health is knowing if you're at risk of type 2 diabetes. Prediabetes is serious and puts you at risk for developing type 2 diabetes. Up to 90% of South Carolinians who have it don't know they have it. Visit inittogethersc.org. Take an online test to find out your risk and join a diabetes prevention program. This message brought to you by the Diabetes Action Council of SC.
The Comet gives me a reliable source of transportation.
It's very convenient to me, and they have wonderful drivers.
It's clean and it builds community. It's fun to meet people.
It makes me feel like really independent. It's just fun.
It's always going to be there and it gets me everywhere I need to go.
We try to ride every single day. Comedy is our livelihood.
Computers, they're a part of our everyday lives. But when they're not working, they're an everyday problem. So call Computers Unique, your everyday solution. 803-351-5821. Is your computer running slow? Won't turn on? Do you need a screen replaced? Or maybe you just need another computer? Well, Computers Unique is your one-stop shop for all your computer needs. They have a wide variety of new and pre-owned PCs, Macs, and tablets. So call Computers Unique, Dutch Square Mall. 803-351-5821. 803-351-5821. Thank you so much for joining us for Coping with Tre Tailor. If you have a product or service that could help someone cope with COVID, please email copingwithtreitailor@gmail.com. We would love for you to be a proud sponsor, just like In It Together SC and the Diabetes Action Council. They sponsor Wellness Wednesday every Wednesday here on Coping with COVID. Javis Tax Services, Palmetto Media Connections, the Fifth Circuit Solicitor's Office, Attorney Byron Gibson, Agape Counseling and Training Services, Black Pages, Black Expo, the Comet Bus System, and Computers Unique, Dutch Square Mall. We also would love for you to be a guest on the show. If you have a story or initiative that could help someone cope with COVID, please email booking@copingwithtreitailor.com. Booking@copingwithtreitailor.com. That information is scrolling at the bottom of the screen. We would love to feature you on the show because we're always coping with something. As always, we leave you with a great devotional. I'm reading back again from Jesus Calling. This says, when things seem to be going all wrong, stop and affirm your trust in me. Calmly bring these matters to me and leave them in my capable hands. Leave them there. Then simply do the next thing. Stay in touch with me through thankful, trusting prayers, resting in my sovereign control. Rejoice in me. Exult in the God of your salvation. As you trust in me, I make your feet like the feet of a deer. I enable you to walk, to make progress upon your high places of trouble, suffering, or responsibility. When things are going wrong, remember what is right. Jesus, he can do it for you. Thank you guys so much for joining us today for Coping with Tre Tailor. Until the next time, I wish you peace and abundant blessings. Take care, stay well, God bless. And if you're going to be out and about with large crowds, especially inside, don't forget to wear your mask over your nose and under your chin. I'll see you soon.
Coping, find peace of mind to survive through whatever. Coping, learning the way that we thrive all together. Coping, finding out what's real. Coping, we can heal, we can heal, we can heal. Coping with stress, coping with strife, bringing hope for success, for improving our life. Coping beyond hoping to do more than survive, ways to live a healthy life. Coping and promoting, learning what you can do, 6 ways to a better you.